Hello, everybody floating in. This is week 1 of the weekly recap, hosted by yours truly, Austin, the GOAT, the best fantasy manager there ever was and ever will be. If you feel attacked at any point in this recap, then just be better next week. That's all I can tell you. Moving on. League standings. I'm in first place. Yes, it is very fair and it was very square how I won. Okay, Lando's in second place, then Hayden, Brandon, Logan, Brantley. Seventh place is Hunter, then Nathan, Justin, Tristan, Grant, in last place, and loser of the week is Tyler. You can look at the official rankings right there. Moving on. Week 1, Game 1, you had me versus Justin. Ooh, was this a little rough at times? I'm not going to lie. But Mr. Josh Allen absolutely carried my week. And I had him score 38 points, insanely carried, and was MVP player of the week. And I had the highest point difference of the week with 56.84. Yes, I did the math. Justin, your team might say scary, but the only thing that was scary is you watching Josh Allen on Sunday night. Because you were not scary, but you were scared of him. Yeah, you see that picture on the bottom? That is an actual picture I took of Justin on Sunday night. Moving on. Lion versus Logan. Logan got the win. He was the better L of the week. While Logan, you looked like you were about to absolutely choke to a team that had Cam Scatterbo. Yeah, Cam Scatterbo as his RB2. He somehow managed to win, with Rome Odunze pulling off the most useless touchdown of all time on Monday night. While Lion, you looked like an actual decent team on Sunday night. Or on Sunday, I meant. That did not happen on Monday night, because Monday night was a completely different story, as you absolutely choked, just like somebody else did on Sunday night. Tyler, you should know very well of what happened Sunday night. And on the bottom there, that's what Lion looked like watching Rome absolutely demolish this week. Moving on. Hayden versus Nathan. I will say this is one of the better games of the week, so props to both of you guys. But this game was very back and forth at times. Nathan started really strong with Saquon on Thursday night, but Hayden had Lamar, which did carry him. Lamar didn't carry on Sunday night, but he did carry in fantasy football. So, round of applause to you, Hayden. But in the end, Nathan was absolutely sold by a man who sat on his butt all summer long, still managed to get the bag, but what he didn't get was to score Nathan fantasy points because he had less points than Brandon Cooks. Let me say that again. Brandon Cooks. If you don't know, he's on the Saints. Okay? That man's washed. Moving on. Grant versus Brantley. Wow. Wow. Grant, I don't know where to begin with you. I'm going to be honest here. Probably shouldn't have traded away Josh Allen, but you did anyways. I'm very happy you did. Thank you. But you would have won the week if you didn't. But besides that, Grant, your biggest enemy, it wasn't me. It wasn't Brantley. It was Travis Kelce. Because this man got engaged, and then a week later, thought Xavier Worthy was on the Chiefs. If you look at the picture on the bottom, that's what Travis thought was happening on Friday night. That's not what happened on Friday night. But good job to you, Brantley. Even though your team was auto-drafted and everything, it still doesn't matter because you still whooped Grant at the end of the week. Or at the end of the day. So, good job to you. No roast this week. Moving on. Brandon versus Tristan. Tristan, I don't even know what to say to you. After the draft, you had probably one of the better teams. Top 3 in my opinion. But you decided that wasn't good enough for you, so you traded away half your team. What did I get you? It got you a loss to a guy who hasn't opened the app in the last 2 months. He opened the app to join the league last time he's touched the app. Even though, Brandon, even though you have no clue that you even won, and you have no clues even on your team, you still won, so good job, buddy. And hopefully you don't get last place this year. But if you look in the bottom, that's what Tristan was doing, watching his team lose to Brandon after he spent the entire week trading his life away. Moving on. Last game of the week. Definitely not the least. One of the more entertaining ones to watch. Not because it was so close, but because of how Landon absolutely demolished Tyler. Okay, Tyler, you choked very hard. Very massively choked. Big pause. But Tyler, the real question is, was it fair and square how you put the biggest fraud alert of the week? Will it happen again this week? We'll find out tomorrow, and we'll find out in a week from now when I do the other recap. Also, good job, Landon. Had the highest point difference the second highest point difference of the league. you had the second highest point difference of the week with 56.36. So good job to you. Trade recaps. Next week, I'll have the waiver wire report for you guys if you missed it on Wednesday. But this week, nothing really happened majorly, so I'm not going to include it this week. But on Thursday, Tristan Tyler made a trade on September 11th. Moment of silence. Tristan, he got Jamar and Justin Fields, and he sent an absolute bag to Tyler. He got Jalen Hurts, Jason, and Calvin Ridley. Will this trade work for Tyler, or will it work for Tristan? Who won? I don't know. We'll find out next week. And that's it. The end. Tune in next week to see your recap. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Be better next week. Peace out.